I have a reading from 1 Samuel chapter 15 verses 1 to 23. It's slightly frightening. I haven't read it for a long time. And I would like to hear people's feelings and thoughts on it in the comment section. I apologise in advance because some of the wording's going to be difficult to read, so I might get it wrong. So here we go. Samuel said to Saul, "The Lord sent me to anoint you king over the people of Israel. Now therefore listen to the words of the Lord. Thus says the Lord of hosts, I will punish the Amalekites and what they did in opposing the Israelites when they came up out of Egypt. Now go and attack Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and do not spare them, but kill both man and woman, child and infant, ox and sheep, camel and donkey." So Saul summoned the people and numbered them in Tel Aim 200,000 foot soldiers and 10,000 soldiers of Judah. Saul came to the city of the Amalekites and laid in wait in the valley. Saul said to the Kenites, "Go, leave, withdraw from among the Amalekites, or I will destroy you with them, for you have showed kindness to the people of Israel when they came out of Egypt." So the Kenites withdrew from the Amalekites. Saul defeated the Amalekites from Havilah as far as the Shur, which is east of Egypt. He took the king of the Amalekites alive, but utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. Saul and the people spared the king, Agag, the best of the sheep. They spared him, the king, and the best of the sheep, and of the cattle, and of the fatlings, and of the lambs, and all that was valuable, and would not utterly destroy them. All that was despised and worthless they destroyed. The word of the Lord came to Samuel. "I regret that I have made Saul king, for he has turned back from following me. He has not carried out my command." Saul was angry, and he cried out to the Lord all night. Samuel was angry, and he cried out to the Lord all night. Samuel rose early in the morning to meet Saul, and Samuel was told. Saul went to Carmel, where he set up a monument for himself, and on returning he passed down to Gilgal, where Samuel came to see Saul. Saul said to him, "May you be blessed by the Lord. I have carried out the command of the Lord." But Samuel said, "What then is this beating of the sheep in my ears? Bleating of the sheep in my ears, and the lowing of cattle that I hear?" Saul said, "They have brought them from the Amalekites. For the people spared the best of the sheep and the best of the cattle to sacrifice to the Lord your God. But the rest we have utterly destroyed." Then Samuel said to Saul, "Stop. I will tell you what the Lord said to me last night." He replied, "Speak." Samuel said, "Though you are little in your own eyes, you are not the head of the tribe of Israel. The Lord appointed you king over Israel, and the Lord sent you on a mission and said, 'Go utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they are consumed.' Why then did you not obey the voice of the Lord? Why did you swoop down on the spoil and did what was evil in the sight of the Lord?" Saul said to Samuel, "I have obeyed the voice of the Lord. I have gone on a mission on which the Lord sent me. I have brought the king of the Amalekites, and I have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But from the spoil the people took sheep and cattle and the best of things devoted to destruction to sacrifice to the Lord your God in Gilgal." And Samuel said, "Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obedience to the voice of the Lord? Surely to obey is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And to heed than the fat of rams. For rebellion is no less sin than deviation. And stubbornness is like iniquity and idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has rejected you from being king. That's frightening. For rebellion is no less sin than deviation. And stubbornness is like iniquity and idolatry. Because you have rejected the word of the Lord, he has also rejected you. So he spared the Canaanites, and he also spared the king of the Amalekites, and he took the spoils for himself. And the Lord spoke through Samuel and said, obedience is better than sacrifice, which I've heard in the New Testament a few times. But stubbornness is like iniquity, which is sin. Stubbornness is sin, and the same as idolatry is making idols, which is really bad. Because in the golden calf, when Moses went up to the mountain, they built a golden calf. That was idolatry. And they're saying stubbornness is just as bad. Stubbornness is just as bad. So I'd like to get people's thoughts and opinions. But for me, okay. It's a learning curve.